Hey friends, have you ever been in the page builder and you wanted to add just a little bit more space to something, but Kartra's slider doesn't allow you to do that? Here's what I mean in an example. You're editing an area, you want to add more padding, and the slider stops at 100, but you want more space than that. Well, we can do this with the code. It's really easy. I know it can be really overwhelming if you're not familiar with code, but I really hope that by using a couple of my little tricks that it'll be really simple for you to do. So the first thing that I do is I actually set my slider to 95, and I do this so that I can really easily see that number. 100 pixels tends to blend in with other bits of the code because 0 is quite common. So using 95 allows me to find that really quickly and easily. So I've changed it to 95 and I'll hit apply. Whether you're doing this in a full section or you're doing it in a column or you're adding it to maybe a box or anything else, it doesn't matter. The slider ends at 100 and you can still use this tip. Okay, so now that it's set to 95, I'm actually going to right click anywhere on the screen and go down to inspect. But when you're working with the code builder, things like undo doesn't really work very well. So if you're working on this page and you're happy with the way it looks so far, please do this first. Save your progress. By saving your progress, if you make a mistake in the code builder, just hit refresh and your mistake goes away, and the other things you've worked so hard to build do not go away. So always save your work before you go into the code builder. So now we're ready to right click, press at the very bottom is inspect. This is going to bring up the full code for your entire page. You don't have to actually go through the code individually. Hover over this little cursor icon, which will allow you to inspect the page. When you click on that, you can hover over your web page and different areas will get highlighted. This is the exact code that you're going to edit. It's going to show you exactly where it is. So in my case, I want a full section, so I'm going to hover over here so that the full section is highlighted. But if you were wanting to work within a box, for example, you would just make sure the full box is highlighted. So I'm going to hover over here and then just click. And then over on the right, you'll see that it found that. And by hovering over these different things, it's going to show you what that code corresponds to. So in this case, I'm going to go up 1 and then 2. And guess what? We found our little 95. See how much easier it was to pick that out? If you click on that, down below it's going to appear for you with padding. All you do is double click. Just decide what number you want to pick. Maybe it's 200, and then it's automatically going to adjust that for you. See, simple. If you want to keep 200, press enter. Then you can simply exit, and voila, it's done. I definitely recommend, if you're happy with the way something looks after you've done it in the code builder, again, always save your progress in Kartra Page Builder. You can do the same thing by hitting preview. Sometimes when you work with the code, there might be like a weird little glitch that appears. So in this case, I usually save progress if I'm happy with the way that that amount of spacing looks. And then I hit refresh. Refresh will show you what the full page actually looks like, because sometimes the code editor will add some extra space here and there. It'll look funny, but you can fix that just by refreshing in most cases. See, I simply refreshed and my full boxes appeared as normal. I've got all the extra spacing that I want and everything looks good. You're good to go. That was honestly it. I hope that it was easy and straightforward. You didn't get overwhelmed in the code builder. Have fun playing around.